Do you guys remember when you were in grade school and the worst thing that you could have been in grade school was the fat kid? You know, because the fat kid always got picked on. You know, he never got picked, or he was the last person who got picked to play basketball and whatnot. You did not want to be the fat kid. But now you look at these elementary schools. Just drive by an elementary school these days, and there's nothing but fat kids. These kids don't look healthy. These kids are portly. These kids are huge. And the thing is that you go out, you go to the supermarket, you go to the mall, you go wherever, and what do you see? You see fat, obese, overweight parents walking around with their equally fat, overweight, obese kids. And that is killing me. I've about had it with parents walking around eating, candy bars with their kids, trying to bond or doing whatever you're doing. You're literally killing your kids. You are giving your kids heart disease. You are giving your kids cancer and diabetes. All right? We need to check ourselves, as they say, before we wreck ourselves. And basically what you're doing is you're wrecking your kids' lives. I can understand being an adult and being overweight. That's one thing. You know what you eat. You know how active you are. You know how you're treating your body, and you learn to accept that. But when you put that onto your child without recognizing it, that's a whole other issue. When you're sending your kid to school, first of all, having Lucky Charms or some type of sugary cereal for breakfast with some non-fat milk, and then packing their lunch with some pasteurized milk and some Cheetos, which we're going to talk about in a second, some white bread sandwich with some garbage cold cuts like some salami or some Lunchables with no nutritional value, and then they're coming home and you're too busy to cook anything to eat, so you're taking them to McDonald's drive-thru. There is a problem. That is a recipe for degenerative disease. This is why we have type 2 diabetes in young children these days. Remember, the young children aren't buying their own food. They don't have jobs, right? Where are they getting the food from? They're getting the food from their parents. Parents need to start taking some responsibility. Parents need to actually, start to think about what they feed their kids, because you guys tend to think like, you won't let your kid feed something to the dog, like, oh, no, Fido can't have that, but you'll let the kid put it in his mouth or her mouth. That is absolutely amazing to me.